Mahela, one question related to IPL. You know, I remember 7, 8, 9 years ago when IPL came up as a phenomenon and Lalit Modi came up with this concept. There were many people around the world who hated it, including within India. The purists said this is the death knell of the game. One has to now look at it in hindsight and say that that was completely wrong to say that, because it does look like, and I don't know if you agree with it or not, and that assessment is right or not, it does look like the IPL has actually created phenomenal players across formats. I mean, if you look at some of the talent that's coming out of India now, those guys are playing, they were unearthed by IPL, and they seem to be getting groomed for test cricket, and they seem to be performing well in test cricket. Overall, the qualitative way in which the game has been impacted has also improved. I mean, has been tremendous. Batsmen have improved, fielders have improved. The kind of energy an Indian team has in the field today, one has to somewhere credit the IPL. I mean, my question really is related to Sri Lanka cricket. It's not really an eulogy of IPL. Is there an opportunity for a IPL kind of a format to suddenly unearth amazing talent in Sri Lanka as a short-term measure?
Yes, and maybe a no as well, because I think it's harder for you to do what India is doing, and for a matter like say Australia's had Big Bash for so many years, but they haven't really unearthed any such new talent.
But Caribbean cricket, I mean, you've been seeing the Caribbean.
CPL, yes, CPL has ignited the passion for cricket in West Indies.
Yes.
They still haven't unearthed that much talent, but they have ignited it because
but
it was dying down.
But you can already see it. You can see it.
Yes, it's a start. So they are heading in the right direction by doing that.
But we are not there. We don't have a tournament.
Yes, we don't have a tournament, but we just need to find out whether we have an appetite for a tournament like that, and how can we structure that tournament. Yes, we had a Sri Lankan Premier League, but it was structured in such a way that there was no continuity.
Yeah.
Do we do it in a provincial structure? Do we do it in a franchise structure? Do we do it in a city-based structure? You just have to sit down and brainstorm and see what would help Sri Lanka.
Sure.
That's the biggest thing. Coming back to the IPL in India, yes, India has a huge appetite for cricket. So IPL was always going to be good, and they had the right formula for that.
Yeah.
They put Bollywood and cricket together, and that was a hit. But what you have to remember is, while doing that, India's domestic cricket structure is very strong. The Ranji Trophy, the Dilip Trophy, they play 4-day first class cricket, they play 5-day Dilip Trophy, the last format. The finals is until you get a result. So the Indian domestic players knows how to bat for long periods.
Yes.
And it has been there for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
So now you see the difference. So they've got a test structure in place, and they've created a white ball structure to complement that, which is IPL. We'll produce all the one-day cricketers and the T20 cricketers.
Yeah.
Right? So they've got the balance right. And yes, Sri Lanka can do that. But Sri Lanka first have to do the base first, the foundation. We haven't even laid the foundation yet. Let's do the foundation first, and then think how best can we complement that with a tournament that is going to provide our younger cricketers a platform to perform and learn. I mean, what the Indian boys have learned is from all the other international cricketers.
Yes.
But the thing is, now Sri Lanka is so far behind, I don't think there's a window for Sri Lanka to play a league. It will be very hard, because there are 7 leagues happening around the world in a calendar year.
Yes.
And to find a really good window where you can actually attract overseas players to come and play, because that is
even the calendar is closing.
It is closing. And if you don't get the quality overseas players to come and play, none of our younger guys will learn anything from that.
Sure.
They need to get exposed to that.
Yes.
So that is very important. So how do we find that balance, or do we compromise by doing something different altogether? So those are things that you need to see, but that has to be done after we set up a foundation. Right now we don't have a foundation.